Hi there, I'm Mariah Young, the host of Delightful Discussions, and today I'm actually coming to you with both a book and a person who I'm going to do a testimonial for. But I have a question for you. Do you feel like you're a pretty organized person, yet maybe you know that you need to be more organized in order to grow? Stay tuned. I'm going to talk about that very thing in just a moment. Hi there. So, as I mentioned before, I am Mariah Young, First Impressions Director with 48 Days. And one of the things that I get to do is work with small business owners and entrepreneurs to help them implement tools and trainings into their coaching in order to be more profitable. I love it. It is so awesome. And so I'm always looking for resources in order to enhance our audience's business. That is why we work on company culture and connection, and why we do the research we do, put together the trainings we put together. It is all so that we can help our coaches to grow their businesses. Now, recently, my boss, Dan Miller, author of 48 Days to the Work and Life You Love, also with the corresponding podcast that is one of the hugest in career building. So you can find that on anywhere you listen to your podcast. It is an excellent one. It's how I learned about Dan in the first place. But recently, he introduced us to a book. 10X is easier than 2X. This is the Dan Sullivan method. He is the founder of Strategic Coach. And this book was done by Dr. Benjamin Hardy. He got the book. Then he decided to look for a coach who could also help him with this concept to apply it to our business. Now, when Dan Miller does anything like that, I pay attention. And if he doesn't send me the book, which he does from time to time, I order it. I don't hesitate. And that's what I did. I listened to it and then I read the book. I had to get the physical book because, of course, I got to, get all the concepts and underline them and flag them and do all of that. But one concept that stuck out to me hugely was the who, not how. In fact, there's a book called Who, Not How. I immediately got that on Audible and went through that one as well. And I knew in order to 10X, I needed who's and not more hows. I've got plenty of hows in my life. And one of those who's that at the time I was actually already working with, but I didn't even know that this was what it was going to be, is Larry Tribble. Larry Tribble is the owner of Attention Compass. When I first started to hear about Larry's concepts of organization, and particularly digital organization, I knew I needed him in my life. I knew I needed his coaching, his teaching, all of it. One of the big things that Larry talked about was being too busy to not be successful. And it's very in alignment with this book. And that's exactly where I was. I am actually a pretty organized person. I'm not super detail oriented. I'm a high I, if you know the disc, extroverted, quick thinker, quick decision maker. I love talking to people. I love, action. So I'm not super detail oriented. However, I've learned over the years to, implement some things that help me to be decently organized. But reading this book, I actually had a mini panic attack because I was like, oh my gosh, I don't even know how I'm going to accomplish this. Enter Larry. Larry talked about not waking up in a panic at 3 a.m. because you forgot something, not letting things slip through the cracks, becoming an amazing follow-upper. All of these things I knew when he started sharing it, I needed in my life. So I don't want to go through too much of Larry's program. I am going to have him on a lunch and learn. I believe we scheduled for September 13th. But I do want you guys to know just how much this has helped me. I knew I have major things to build. I want to up level in every area of my life, not just work, but my marriage, the life that my husband and I are building as empty nesters. In my friendships, I've definitely dropped the ball there because I've just been so busy. And the things that I want to do, the creativity I want to release into the world. And I found myself being too busy to do any of that. So Larry's program, Attention Compass, it is actually somewhat of a strict program. It works through Evernote, which many of us have. And I'll be honest, I've used Evernote before and I thought, okay, all right, Larry, I'll give this a try. And I will tell you, it has changed my life. I am only, I want to say 10 weeks in or so into the entire program, but I'm only a couple of weeks into implementing all of it because I worked my way through his system over a few week process and only have been using the full thing for probably about a month now. And there are so many things that have happened over that time that I absolutely 100% cannot recommend Larry's program enough. One really big difference that I noticed was vacation. I don't know about you guys, but oftentimes when I'm going on vacation, it takes 10 days before vacation to not only kind of finally be like, oh, shoot, I got to get everything in line. I got to make sure I take care of everything before I go. I've got to take, do. It is like a lot of work just to go on vacation, right? Then we go on vacation. And during that, we might have things pop into our head like, oh, I got to do this. Oh, I got to do that. What did you do with that before? Also, you start to like, okay, when I get back, it's like you have the couple of days to kind of get out of work mode. Then you've got a couple of days where you might be more relaxed. And depending on the length of your vacation, a couple of days you start to ramp up again. Oh, I got to go back to work. I got all these things to do. Let me tell you, Larry's program, while I haven't implemented it perfectly with my vacation yet, I cannot wait to do it better next time. It relieved me of all of those panics, all of those, oh, shoot, I got to do this. If something comes up during my vacation, I now have a method for capturing it. Anything comes up at any time, I have a method for capturing it. I have a method for organizing it. I know that it's going to go where it needs to go. And so my brain lets it go. I put it in my little capture method that Larry helped me to create. I can close it out and know, okay, it will be there when I go to work next week. I have to tell you, that was a game changer, a life changer. Not only do I know, and my brain knows, that's really important, right? I'm retraining my brain that it's okay. There's this thing right now that I need to capture so I don't forget it, but I can do that. It will go where it needs to go. And then it will be there later when I'm ready for it. And I can organize it according to the system that he has helped me put together. It is not a difficult system. It takes a little bit of time to implement. It takes a little bit of work in Evernote, but he's there to help. So this is a really great program. Now, I know he mostly works with corporations. He does have a PDF that you can purchase that will walk you through the entire system. But what him and I have been working on is actually a work at your own pace course. And I will tell you, I went through it way faster than he expected and anticipated. So yes, it has a little bit of work, but the work is pretty easy. He lines it out really well. You literally just follow along in the PDF. And then it's the habit changes that are the more difficult thing to implement. And boy, those habit changes change everything though. I have, since I started his program, had that 3 a.m. wake up. Oh, shoot, I got to do this. But guess what? All I do is grab my phone, I open up Evernote, I capture the note, and then my brain actually shuts back off and I can actually go back to sleep and put my phone away. That alone, the amount that I have actually been able to let go, to sleep, to let go during vacation, to actually enjoy my time in the evening and not worry and stress about work or the things that I need to do. Because believe me, I'm building an empire here, as I know many of you are. And being able to actually just let go at times that I'm supposed to be letting go, that alone is worth all of it. So I know this is a little bit longer of a testimonial. Our power book for next month in September is 10x is easier than 2x. I just got told by Dr. Benjamin Hardy, I'm super excited, that I'm going to get to be, I think it's kind of an ambassador for his books. So I'm going to have some of these. We're going to figure out how we're going to give these away and his program. So I'm super excited about that. And also, I'm going to tell you, if you read this book and you decide you're going to implement it, I highly recommend that you guys also connect with Larry Tribble, because I can tell you, if I had not already been working with Larry, it would have taken me so much longer to get this implemented. It's helping me to implement my who's. It's helping me to put everything together in a way that is allowing me to let go the way that the book suggests. So I really, truly, and that's why I had to do these together, because I told Larry, as I was reading this and I was going through his program, I said, Larry, you are one of the who's that he's talking about in this book. And I truly so 100% believe that other people need your program in order to help with implementing this book. I cannot tell you enough. So I'm going to leave it at that. I believe I already tagged Larry in this. If I haven't, I will. So you guys can connect with him, but you definitely want to connect with him. All right. You guys have a fantastic day. Until next time, live creatively, friends. Bye.